All right. Okay, so first of all, I want to say greetings to everybody. I'm glad that you all are here, and I'm excited to share with y'all. And we'll do a quick backtrack on terms of what we talked about last night, just to keep it properly framed. Okay, so when we talked about AI, we know that artificial intelligence is just machines doing the things that normally you would think take human intellect to do. Certain types of tasks, certain types of analysis, certain types of research, and certain types of operational anything that has to do with text, videos, and images, right? We talked a little bit last night about the capability of AI software systems, which are comprised of many layers, such as the foundational models with the advanced algorithms and the automated reasoning tools. And like some of the most popular AI based systems that's used today that people are familiar with, of course, is ChatGPT. Hold on one second. ChatGPT. Oh, hold up. Hey, Maurice. You not in the link? I mean, you not in? You get you okay, let me hold on. Okay, okay. Okay, no doubt. So I hit you. All right, peace. Okay, so so we was talking about automated reasoning. We was talking about what was I getting ready to say? Oh, some of the most popular AI systems that we use that have these layers include the GPT, of course. Dolly is the one that does the images. You got AlphaGo, Roberta, and many others. Those the AlphaGo, of course, I don't think any of you familiar with unless you deep into the AI game, and you'll eventually get there. But the bottom line is, let's look at Dolly and GPT, because Chat GPT's image maker is the Dolly aspect of it. That's spelled DALLE. That's the part of the computer software within the software that creates images, right? So you got large scale models that have achieved these incredible results based on computer vision. That's part of the aspect of the software that allows it to see you. And then natural language processing, which they call NLP, is the part of the software function that allows it to understand what you say. Just like you've been working with when you've been working with Siri and Alexa, those are examples of what natural language processing capability is, because it's transferring your language when you speak to the computer or the software into binary codes, which is the way computer software communicates, which is of course zeros and ones. We ain't gonna get that deep, but anyway, so the GPT model is a neural natural language processing model that's based on a deep learning algorithm called transformers. It was trained on a corpus of text from something called Common Crawl, right? And it's published in that was published back in 2020. But of course, we're up to GPT-4 now, which has a lot more capability, which is part of that capability is the DALI aspect of it. So that's just to cut to the chase. Basically, ChatGPT uses a large data set, which means its ability to access a lot of information across the internet per se, and is trained in the English language to produce outputs based on the inputted information, meaning the information that you put in the prompt, which is you telling it what you want it to do as it relates to a task or as it relates to a question you may want answered, right? So we use GPT to generate text, translate between languages, answer questions about images, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Now, the Dolly, which is the model, is an image generator based on a deep learning algorithm called variational auto encoders, right? Similarly, the DALI can be trained by using an image data set, meaning a whole bunch of images, to produce images based on the inputted text descriptions. Meaning, when you do the prompt for DALI, you just give it a description as to how you want the background of the art to be, what color you want it to be, whether you want it, if it's a human image, you describe the image, whether it's a man, woman, what type of physicality associated with the image, how it's dressed, and all that. And then it will create an image based on what you're asking and describing as the image you want it to give you. So we can use DALI to generate images that match captions or URLs that's given by the user, right? Like, for instance, if you were to have a URL like autocars.com, I'm just using something out there, then you would create a car, right? As the image that you would ask it to require to be possibly the logo or possibly the image that you want to relate a message and what it is you're trying to bring across in terms of what you're putting before an audience as a means by which you're communicating with them. Y'all follow me so far? Don't know, everybody answer at once. Oh, everybody on mute. All right, so at this juncture, what we talking about when we talk about DALI, since it generates images, a lot of that model has been used and developed by OpenAI as part of um, a close tie to the U.S. government in the military industrial complex, meaning that in a lot of instances, satellite imaging, in addition to what the satellite imaging is, if it's talking or communicating in such a way, is one of the capacities that is used to make sense to other. Should I get that deep? All right. Well, it's a part of their communication in terms of if they want the people they communicate with to see a particular image. Because remember, all of these things we talking about, all of these capabilities are much like how the internet started out in the military. Open AI, just as a reminder, Open AI is the company that ChatGPT is a product of. When OpenAI first put out ChatGPT, because OpenAI is a company whose primary purpose was to develop AI in a safe way for the world to use it in a safe way that allowed it to be used as a means to increase productivity in various verticals and various areas of business, various areas of education, research, health, and manufacturing. And when they first developed ChatGPT, they were a nonprofit, but they saw the possible impact globally as it related to why it is that they acquired 100 million users in 60 days as opposed to so many months or so many years, right? So when they decided to the investors decided to invest in the Open AI as a company producing ChatGPT and Dolly and other AI applications, of which ChatGPT and Dolly is the most robust as it relates to text and images, right? So they invested $1 billion, $1 billion. Those investors, that made the company evolve from a nonprofit to what you call a capped company, meaning that all of the investors can only get up to 100 times their investment. Let me say that again. They can only get 100 times their investment. So think about that. That means these people that invested the first $1 billion, they can get up to $100 billion as all of this capability evolve and the impact that it's going to have on the economic movement of industry across the globe. Now, with that in mind, in 2023, Microsoft put in $10 million. And that $10 million, they can only get 100 times $10 million back in investment over perpetuity. So now you understand that OpenAI, which is the company that created ChatGPT, ain't going nowhere. You see AI all throughout the industry being impacted by not only ChatGPT, but other AI solutions in every industry of research, finance, healthcare, whatever. That's why ChatGPT is at the forefront of what they call natural language processing models of how computers communicate with us and how we communicate with computers. That's how powerful it is. And it's that powerful because of its ability to access a plethora of information throughout the internet and certain other sources of information. Now, DeepMind, which is was let's see, DeepMind is a company that created AlphaGo as a program that would play the ancient game Go, which I don't know nothing about, without anybody's help. And the game is similar to chess, but they say it's much more complex due to its simple rules and the many possible moves per turn, whatever that means. And AlphaGo used reinforcement learning to learn how to play the game better over time by playing against itself repeatedly until it mastered every possible situation that could occur in a game of Go with 100% accuracy. So when we talking about the capability of, remember we talked about last night, we talked about the overall computer science of machines doing what usually take humans to do is called artificial intelligence. As a part of the programming associated with how machines accomplish that, the first level is machine learning, meaning machines learn from doing something and responding and accessing information and then predicting patterns associated with the information that it accessed, which makes it seem like to us that it's thinking, but in reality, it's just accessing data and predicting based on the patterns of whatever that pattern is and you're interacting with the AI that it's learning from you, and they call that training, which means that's why it seems like you having a conversation with a human being, but it's learning from you how to respond given what it is you request in the prompt, right? And then the other aspect of that, of course, is the natural language processing and what that's a part of deep learning. And deep learning is that the over time the machines learn how to do things on the basis of who and what you feed it, and then it gets better at it. So it's actually the same way we as human beings learn from listening to information from people and reading information. The machine is doing that at such an incredibly rapid time that it seems like it's learning literally and thinking like we do in creativity, but it's all due to what algorithm is how can I put it? How the algorithm is the set of commands that the machine is following or the software is following, like a robot, right? So you got to take in consideration the algorithm is merely the set of commands that you give to the software or to a computer to perform calculations or other problem solving type operations. So the fundamental definition of an algorithm is a set of instructions to be followed, right? And this applies to both mathematics and computer science. So at the essential level, an AI algorithm is the programming that tells the computer how to learn to operate on its own. Was that clear? Come on, this is an interactive class. I need to hear something.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Now I'm gonna
yeah.
say one more thing about AI before we get into the beauty of ChatGPT. When we look at the future of artificial intelligence, and what to expect in the next, say, few years or the next few decades. And this thing is evolving so rapidly that sometimes what's applicable last week is not applicable this week as it relates to the rapid evolution of ChatGPT and its many functions and its increased functionality based on they actually looking at it as being able to do even more than it's able to do now, right? So, artificial intelligence has come such a long way, and it's about to make another huge leap because artificial intelligence, or what they call artificial general intelligence, what they call AGI, that's the kind of AI capable of doing any intellectual task that a human being can do. It's still a ways off, but we're already starting to see plenty of progress in other areas of AI. And this is some of the things you can expect soon. Like artificial intelligence will make more jobs obsolete as it takes over more and more tasks. And the reason why is simple. If you can replace one person with an AGI system, you don't need one computer to do the work. You can spread it out across thousands or millions of computers. And that's only possible because a general AI system can learn from past experiences and basically improve itself, meaning that it doesn't have to be reprogrammed for every new task. In fact, there's no reason why an AGI system would need humans at all. Once it learns enough, it could design its own machines or find ways to automate entire industries. We're finding a little bit of that happening in manufacturing, in certain areas of healthcare, in terms of research of the data associated with the changes that a patient may be going through and his diagnosis and his medicines or medications that they are prescribed based on what that so-called medication is supposed to do. And the AI, they use the AI and that administrative capacity to really evaluate and determine what medications they're gonna give somebody. It's real crazy, but that's part of its ability to do what it do. So the advent of AI is transforming the business landscape at leaps and bounds, and it's really changing people's lives for the better in some areas. Now, in the coming years, most industries will see a significant transformation due to new age technologies like we got cloud computing now. We got what we call IoT, which is Internet of Things, and big data analytics. Now, all of these factors they kind of influence how business operates today, and are also finding different applications in other areas, particularly military, healthcare, infrastructure development, to build an engaging metaverse, which you notice these what I call toys you put on your face, and all of a sudden now you're in another world, the virtual reality and all of that. All of that is part of creating this metaverse where people are actually put on these goggles and they'll move based on the computer generated images, and it seems so real. If any of you have ever put on those goggles, because I'm at the patent and trademark office, and when they was developing that technology, they had people come and demonstrate it, and I got to go into this like a bubble, a big cage, and had them goggles on, and it was like walking through the woods, and you literally, the way that it stimulates your perception, your eyes, your ears, and all of that, it seems so real. So eventually people are going to be doing that on a consistent basis, sitting at the comfort of their own home. But think about it, if they can do that and it looks so realistic, you're going to have people get a little caught up on, hey man, what you been doing all day? Oh man, I've been in New York, or I've been here, I'll be there. And that's the type of thing that they actually already doing amongst the people who can afford those $8,000 to $12,000 versions of what they about to put out in the what Apple is about to put out, what Android is about to put out in the economy that's more affordable for us regular folks, right?
Mm-mm.
So when you look at all of that, if they build in a metaverse that appeals to millions of users who want to learn, create, and inhabit virtual worlds, AI must be used to enable this realistic simulations of the real world. So people need to feel immersed in those environments when they participate. So AI is actually helping to achieve that reality by making objects look more realistic and enabling computer vision so users can interact with simulated objects using their body movement. It's crazy, but that's where it is. So let's talk about why we all here. I believe we all want to know how to monetize ChatGPT, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, we want to know how to monetize ChatGPT. Well, let me give you a little bit of information first. In fact, let me tell you what ChatGPT is.
Thank you.
I heard that. So, so let me take you here. First, let me tell you that ChatGPT is a natural language processing computer software that allows you to communicate as though you're communicating with another human being. That's fundamentally what ChatGPT is. And because of the combination of deep learning, machine learning, and that natural language processing capability to process text, images, and actually videos, it's like having a friend that's really, really smart as an assistant. So let me share this with y'all. Let me share my screen.
Thank you.
Okay, let me give you some sound. Let me give you this. I hope y'all gonna take notes, but I'm gonna send you the video anyway. So there's the share. Can y'all see that?
Yes. Question
Okay.
mark.
Question mark. Let's go.
One of the most important questions you might have. What is ChatGPT? If you're new to the world of artificial intelligence, you might be feeling overwhelmed by the complexity of ChatGPT. But don't worry, we're here to break it down for you in a way that's easy to understand. ChatGPT is an AI-powered computer program designed to comprehend and respond to natural language. It's essentially like having a robot that can write and talk like a human. Think of ChatGPT as a smart friend who can understand what you're saying and respond in a way that makes sense. It's trained on a massive dataset of text, including both written and spoken language, which allows it to understand and generate a wide range of language, including grammar and word choice. When you ask ChatGPT a question or give it a prompt, it uses the knowledge it has gained from its training to generate a response that's similar to what a human might say. A prompt is simply a question or statement that you give to ChatGPT to help it know what you want it to talk about or what you want it to do. It's like asking your friend a question or giving them a task. This is why it can seem like you're having a real conversation with a person, even though it's just a computer program. In fact, ChatGPT is getting better every day because it's being trained on more and more data, and its algorithms are being fine-tuned to provide more accurate and natural responses. But ChatGPT's abilities go far beyond just answering questions. It has a vast range of real-world applications. For example, it can be used for content generation, article summaries, language translation, customer service, education, writing assistance, personal assistant, mental health support, research and development, and much more. ChatGPT's ability to understand and respond to natural language has made it an invaluable tool across a range of industries and fields. It's worth noting that there are different versions of ChatGPT, which vary in their size, complexity, and capabilities. Think of it like a toolbox. You can choose a bigger toolbox with more tools if you have a bigger project to do, or a smaller toolbox with fewer tools if you just need to do a simple task. In this course, we'll be focusing on the newest and most powerful versions of ChatGPT, called GPT-4. This version has a lot more tools than previous versions, and it's better at doing more complicated tasks. As its capabilities continue to expand, we can expect to see even more exciting applications of ChatGPT in the future. So whether you're a business owner, a student, a writer, or just someone who wants to chat, ChatGPT is here to help you.
Okay. So, what did y'all get out of that?
Basically the same thing that you had already told us.
So, I was kind of clear on what I was telling you, but I wanted you to hear it from one of the sources that I have as part of my education. You feel me? Just in case it said it in a way that was even more clear than what I said. So, when you think about ChatGPT, you know what? Has any of you already downloaded, went to open.ai and downloaded or registered for ChatGPT?
No,
No.
I haven't.
Okay. So nobody got ChatGPT.
I do.
Okay. Anybody else?
I do.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let me do this for the people that don't. Right.
Mhm.
Once, in fact, I'm gonna show you. Then we're gonna walk through it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me show you first. Uh, 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 uh. Man, I got so much here. Okay. This. Boom. Share screen. And then bam. Share. Okay.
I'm super excited to show you how you can register and start using the amazing ChatGPT. So let's get started. To register for ChatGPT, the first thing you'll need to do is open up your favorite browser. For this video, I'll be using Chrome, and search for openai.com. Once you're on the site, click Try ChatGPT and then sign up to create your account.
All right. Go to open.ai. Let me know when all y'all there that don't have it. Because what you're actually doing is you're actually creating an account with ChatGPT. And that's what it should look like when you go there.
Hold on. Yeah.
You go to open.ai.com.
Oh, .ai.com.
Mm-hmm.
Open dot. Oh, sheesh. Open dot AI.
Oh, my
Okay.
bad. Oh, I say it's open, openai.com. There it is. My
Oh,
bad.
really?
I
Gosh.
was thinking about double way. Something else.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Are
I
y'all
have it.
there?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I am. I am. And then you said
I'm here.
once we get there, did you say to click on GP
Okay, you're gonna
chat?
see where it say welcome to ChatGPT. You're gonna
Mine
click
just
on
says creating. Mine
Prompted
just
to
says
enter your
creating
email
okay,
save
address.
yeah, that's
agent.
what it's gonna do right here. This is what you see, right?
Yeah. I mean,
All
I
right.
can't see.
When you hit sign in, this is what come up. Create an account. And you put in your email address.
Is it login or? Oh,
No, put
welcome
in
back.
all it is email address.
It
Because you
says
create
welcome
if
back email address. That's not the right one. That must not be the right one.
or did you already go there before?
No, not that I remember.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
because I talked to somebody yesterday. They said, "Oh man, I've been there a long time ago. I didn't remember." Okay, cool. So
Mm.
basically, in a nutshell, when you go to openai.com, it comes
Uh-huh.
up. If you don't have an account, then what you're doing, if you got an account, you just sign in. If you don't have an account, when you click sign in, it's going to bring up create your account. When you create your account, what you're going to do, you're going to put in your email. And when you put in your email to continue,
Mm-hmm.
then it's going to it's going to send you an email to create a password and all that. Because you got to check your email in order to confirm your account.
Okay, this one says create your account, and then you put in a password, and it says must be 12 words or something.
Characters.
Characters, I mean.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, let me walk
Thanks.
you through it because I done had mine so long, I don't forgot how to.
And create a password.
Right, you create a password, then you continue. Yeah.
Okay, so save it.
That's where y'all at, right?
I'm at verify your email. We send an email, check the link to get started.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody that didn't have an account that far?
No, not yet.
All right, let me know when you
I'm
get
putting
there.
in my passcode word.
Okay.
But now it wants my birthday and full name and all that.
Yeah, of course it do.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is going to be your companion. This is going to be your new best friend.
Hmm.
Okay, while y'all setting that up, let me tell you some of the things that you'll be able to
But mine just says it says, okay, let's go. Ask away, don't share sensitive information, check your facts.
yeah, you are, then that mean you already
Once you've
set
done
up.
that, you'll
See?
need to verify your email address
Okay, you
by clicking the
verify your
link that's
email,
sent to you.
right?
Then,
You already
just
did
enter your
that.
first and last name, verify your phone number, and you're all set.
Okay, so you probably already did all this.
Yeah.
Now that you've
All
successfully
right, so
registered,
there you go. Now this way you can begin to use it. Do y'all
Okay.
have everybody see this yet?
Why are they saying I'm already exist? I don't remember doing this.
Well, you either did it and don't remember, or somebody used your credentials to do it.
So should I go to okay, let's go or what?
Yeah,
Okay, so just click on okay, let's go.
right.
Okay.
So I see open AI and it says chat GTP, or with the arrow it says interact with our flagship language models. And then there's another one that says API.
No, you
Integrate open AI.
okay? Which way did? Okay, let me see. Which way you? Let me go to my chat. No, I ain't got it because I saw mine been around a minute because I went from 3.5 to Chat GPT 4. Chat. Okay, let me tell you, it's two versions. That's what it meant by when it said two versions. Is one is
Mm.
Chat GPT 3.5 is free.
Okay.
Chat GPT 4 is $20 a month, right?
Oh, okay, got it.
And the difference is Chat GPT 4 has all of the capability, the images and all that, whereas Chat GPT 3.5, you can just primarily do the research, create documents and content creation, everything having to do with text, but you don't get the capability of Dolly, which having images and videos and stuff. All right. So is everybody set up yet?
Okay,
No,
so
I'm getting there.
I
How can
think
I
I'm
help
at
you?
Okay, so you okay, let me see
you
what
can log in and
I
start
don't
using
know.
ChatGPT.
It's,
Simply type in
all right, let me go to my other
any question you have at the bottom.
one. Let me stop sharing for a second. Let me go here.
Okay. Oh,
okay, I'm at the how can I help you today?
Okay, now you ready to start working then. All right, let me
Mm-hmm.
share this because this is what y'all should have.
Hmm?
I'm gonna go to my old version. So let me go to Zoom. Oh, that's right. I got that other application on mine because it just switched up from the old version, the way the old version looked. Okay, y'all ain't there yet. But anyway, you'll get the idea from this. Okay, let me go here. Let me say share screen. In fact, let me just go back here. Let me just go back to the lesson because that's what y'all need to see. Because my stuff is a little more sophisticated because I added some plugins and stuff, which I will show y'all, but I don't want to confuse you right now. So let me go here. Okay, this is what y'all should share. All right, hold up. I'm toggling between screens. Okay, so share. Okay, bam. That's what everybody should see, right? Okay, I know that already. Okay.
Answer for you.
So this
It's
is what
really
y'all
that
should
easy.
see, right? Is this what y'all see?
No, I don't see that. I say how can I help you?
I don't see
Um,
that. I see what he said. How can I help you?
Okay. Okay. Well, that's even better.
I'm super excited to show you how you can register and start using the amazing
All right, so let me
ChatGPT.
get out of there.
So let's get started.
Okay, stop sharing. Okay, so y'all on the how I can help you. Correct?
Mhm.
All right, so
Yeah.
let me go. All right, so it kind of looks like this, but mine is a little more sophisticated. Let me go ahead and show y'all what I got, because y'all eventually get this, particularly when y'all start adding stuff. Share screen, Chat GPT. Bam. Okay, let me move this up top.
Mm.
Okay, so basically, where y'all type in, this is where I type in at. You see what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do just to get you started. Okay, so tell me something that you might want to address or do that you might want ChatGPT to do for you. Okay, let me do this then. Let me give you an indication of what are some of the
Write a
problems.
movie.
Huh?
Write a movie.
No. That's okay. Let's do that. Let me show you if you don't do a prompt properly, what you'll get. Okay, so I'm gonna just put write a movie.
Script.
Nope. And it's actually writing one. You see that? It's going.
Uh-huh.
It picked up something that it but did that. Let me show you what it said though, because this is where the programming and asking very specific. Because write a movie is not very specific. So sometime when you do that, Chat GPT will do what we call hallucinate, meaning that it ain't gonna give you something that makes sense,
Mhm.
right? So let me see what it's got going on here.
So Chat GTP is crazy too.
Well, ChatGPT is like any other thinker. If you give it arbitrary abstract information, it's gonna give you an abstract result. Right?
Right. So
So
real quick, I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
go
still
ahead.
at how can I I'm still at how can I help you today? And I see you all are a little further than me. Did you go to write a thank you note, prepare marketing, or just message Chat GTP?
All right.
Chat GPT.
So okay, see where it say how can I help you today? It
Mm-hmm.
gives you the ability to type something, right?
Yeah, it says
Okay,
message.
type your how can you help is put in there what it is that you want to ask it.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay, so here we go. This is what it did. You said write a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT created a title, a movie called Chrono Nexus. It made a genre of science fiction and it created a log line, right? Let me do this.
Mm-hmm.
So it did what you asked it to do. Oh, I'm moving too fast. Let me see. Trying to move slower, but I ain't got my mouse. I got them doing with my hand. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. So it created some characters for you. But the thing is about that is not as specific enough to create something that you could potentially use, is the point. Hey, moving too fast. That's because I'm sharing. Okay, there you go. So here's the movie. Let's see how this movie starts.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to see how the movie start. Okay, it gave you a synopsis. The fabric of reality unravels. The synopsis is in the year 2047, humanity has achieved the impossible, time travel. Dr. Amelia Carter, a brilliant and enigmatic physicist, is at the forefront of this groundbreaking technology. However, her life takes a dramatic turn when she stumbles upon evidence of a secretive organization known as the Temporal Consortium, who are using time travel to manipulate history for their nefarious purposes. That's actually kind of good.
That is real good already.
Determine, oh, now I got to see what's going on with the rest of it.
Right. This is
I
good.
know. I know. It's a little better than I anticipated. But yet, you can tell it's a short film because it didn't make a long movie. It even tell you about okay, you got the middle of it. Oh, come on, man. Stop moving so fast. Okay. Okay. It's gold willing to erase. Oh, let's go see what the character's talking. What kind of characters it created. Okay.
There you go.
Max, a former history professor with a penchant for chaos theory. Sarah, a gifted hacker who can infiltrate any computer system. Raj, a retired astronaut with a deep understanding of the intricacies of time and space. Ava, a rogue archaeologist who specializes in finding hidden relics from the past. So it created you a movie, young man.
Outlined at least.
All right. So now let me show you. Let's get a little deeper then, since they creating stuff. Let's do this. Let's see what the Cronus Nexus is a gripping sci-fi adventure that explores the ethical and philosophical implications, blah, blah, blah. It's a race against time. Okay, now watch this. Based on what you provided, please provide me with an effective film marketing. Based on what you provided, please provide me with an effective film marketing strategy based on the practices of Paramount. Okay, let's see what it gave me. Okay, I asked it to give me an effective film marketing strategy based on the practices of Paramount, and all of us know Paramount is a studio. Okay. Oh, I ain't mean to copy that. Okay. All right. Go over here. Okay, so filmmaking strategy for Cronus based on Paramount's practices. Number one, a teaser trailer release. Paramount is known for generating buzz around their films by releasing teaser trailers well in advance of the movie's release. Start the marketing campaign for Chrono Nexus with an intriguing teaser trailer that highlights the concept of time travel. Introduces the main characters and ends with a captivating cliffhanger. Create curiosity and anticipation among the audience by not revealing too much. Then it says, engage in social, what does it say? Engage in social media. Come on now, slow down. Okay, engage, interactive content. Okay, I need the whole thing. Y'all got to excuse me. I'm using this on the side, trying to scroll. Okay, we talked about the trailer. Okay, and then now saying number two, engage in social media. Leverage Paramount's successful social media strategy by creating official profiles for Cronus Nexus on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Regularly post teaser images, behind the scenes footage, character profiles, and interactive content poll. Viral marketing campaign. Design a viral marketing campaign that engages fans to create their own tribe-driven content. So in essence, you asked for it to write you a movie. It did that. Then I put in, give me a marketing strategy to market my film. And it did that. And it did that in less than what, 3 minutes? Anybody else have a case usage they want to try?
That's crazy.
I know. Okay. So let me tell you why. Hold on, wait. Let me tell
Okay.
you why the qualities that make ChatGPT stand out as relates to all these other AI models. The number one thing is that ChatGPT stands out because it's trained on an enormous amount of data, which gives it an understanding in many different topics and fields. That means that businesses and individuals can use ChatGPT for a wide range of purposes because it has the ability to scale because ChatGPT can handle even the largest volumes of text, making it a valuable tool for anyone who needs to process language at scale. And what I mean by that, ChatGPT actually can communicate the people who are using AI technology, particularly ChatGPT as part of their administrative operations or their marketing departments, etc. It can communicate in a customer service capacity to a bunch of people simultaneously. So that means that if you have one person trying to field 100 calls, that takes a lot of time. But if you got ChatGPT incorporated into your operation automatically, and it's doing the responding to your customers, then 100 customers could be literally calling at the same time and be simultaneously handled by the AI application. That's crazy, right? So if you think in terms of scale, that means it can be fine tuned to have specialized knowledge and expertise in a particular area, making it a valuable resource for businesses operating in niche markets. So that means healthcare, manufacturing, military, administration, whatever your business does. For example, a medical practice might use ChatGPT to answer patient questions about specific health conditions, while a financial service company might use it to provide like personalized investment advice. By tailoring ChatGPT to a specific domain, businesses can provide more accurate and useful information to their customers, improving their overall experience. And the beauty of it has a user-friendly interface, which we are looking at. So ChatGPT's interface is designed to be user-friendly, making it easy for anyone to interact with the AI language model without requiring a lot of technical knowledge. Because all you need to know is how to type. And technically, you can actually use it by talking to it. But that's another scenario. And then the security. This is one of the things I thought was beautiful about it when I did the research, because my first thought was, okay, if I put stuff in there in the ChatGPT and I asked it to do this, somebody gonna be able to see all of what I'm asking it to do, and it may still be able to, but the security that they take is very, very serious because they use encryption to protect all the data that's transmitted between the user and the system. So that means that's preventing any unauthorized access to the data, particularly when you put your name and it connects with you. It's possible that you don't want people in your business, like how they have cookies and all that kind of stuff. It can't determine what you're doing with the application. So they're real serious about that. And the beauty of the community, based on who is behind ChatGPT, OpenAI, it has a real thriving community of developers, researchers, and a whole bunch of users who are constantly contributing to its development and improvement. Like once you set it up, you become one of them. All right, let's go. Okay, somebody's telling me something that they interested in, maybe seeing how it could do something for you.
I was gonna say, this is Kilolo.
Right.
So you won't have to go through it. I actually, while y'all were doing the movies, I actually put in something.
What you put in?
I asked for a home. I have a partner who's opening up a home health program, a new home health program.
Mm-hmm.
I asked for a marketing plan. They gave me a marketing plan. I asked for an open house, an open house menu. It gave me that, and I asked for a flyer, and it gave me all of the stuff. All I got to do is for the flyer, just fill in the fields and stuff like that, and give it some instruction. It'll create a flyer.
You already doing things, huh? Okay, so now let me anybody else got something?
Yes, I have a question. Based on for both of you. Now you're using the 4.0. I wanted to ask you
No, I'm
the
using ChatGPT 3.5.
Yeah,
you
me
using
too.
3.5. Oh,
Right,
okay.
the free version.
Yeah.
The free version. Hmm. All right. Okay. So if we were to ask it to stock tip or whatever in today's market, what are the what would be an upcoming one to maybe invest in that may give you a turnaround in 3 to 6 months?
Okay, let's do it like this. Let's actually do it. Now,
Yeah, we
I'm gonna
can
have to share some. I'm letting y'all do what y'all do now, but I'm gonna have to give you some understanding on ChatGPT is more complex than, like, say for instance, when you go to Google and you put in what is something, it gives you a
chilling.
link. It gives you a link or it gives you some quick information, right? But it's
Mhm.
not actually analyzing the data. It's just accessing the data.
Mhm.
ChatGPT actually analyzes on the basis of what you put in as a prompt. Like for instance, let me do this. Okay, who you said, um, okay, let's do this. Let's change subject. I'm gonna tell it I'm gonna change the subject, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's change the subject to stock. Okay, to stocks and bonds analysis. I would like you to, I would like you, okay, to act as a fund manager, as a fund manager, and give me a stock tip based on today's market. Okay. It wrote it all fast, and I ain't get to show you. Okay. Okay, because it looked like it asked me something. Let me go. I ain't need to copy that. I'm trying to scroll. Okay. Okay. See right there? I'm
Mm-hmm.
not I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I cannot provide specific stock tips or financial advice. Additionally, my knowledge is based on information available up until January 2022, and I do not have access to the real-time data or current market conditions. For personalized investment advice or stock recommendations, I recommend consulting with a qualified financial advisor who can take into account your financial goals, risk tolerance, and the current market situation to provide you with appropriate guidance. And I did that on purpose to show you how it would respond, given the fact that ChatGPT 3 is only having access up to information up to January, what did it say, January 2022, right? So it wouldn't give me today's um, analysis or recommendation. But so that being the case, let's do this. Well, could you give me the past? Okay, let me do this. Well, could you give me the data for the top three stocks from April 2019? I mean 2019.
And then I have a question.
Okay, see what it's doing? It's telling me the access to past information, right? So look what it did. Stop there. That was kind of cool too. Certainly. Well, could you give me the data? That's what I asked you to do. And then it says, certainly, here are the top 3 performing stocks from April 2019. Amazon, April 2019 starting price was $1,823 per share. April ending price approximately $1,926 per share. Percentage change approximately plus 5.64%. Then it got Microsoft that day and Walt Disney. Those were the top 3 performing stocks in April of 2019. All right, what's the next? So does that show you what you kind of needed to see? Who?
Yeah. Now, yes, that's fine. But you
Okay,
said it goes up to
January 2022.
2022.
Right.
Anything beyond that, trying to get more recent into 23 or
You have to
whatever?
have Chat GPT, GPT-4,
Four. Okay.
right? The one you pay for. That gives you a closer. All of the data that's available that it accesses on the internet is not right up to the day that you encounter. At least I don't think that's coming out to 4.5 or ChatGPT 5, right? Because you got to always remember, it's not thinking; it's accessing data.
Right.
That's why it's imperative that you understand how it works, what it's accessing, and the fact that it's accessing, and how you use it for creativity. Somebody was getting ready to say something. Who was that?
Yeah, that was me. I had a question.
Go ahead, Kat.
So okay. My question has to do with I think you call it intellectual property. So if you use AI like you just did to write the film, okay, and so I forgot the name of it, but my question
Chronos
is,
Nexus. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, Chronos Nexus. My question is, can you use that everything that was generated, can you take that and make that your own?
Technically, you can, because you
Oh, okay.
asked it to create a film for you, and it
Mm-hmm.
created a film. See, look at it as a tool. Look at
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT as a tool, just like you would look at a hammer or screwdriver or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. It's a tool
Mm-hmm.
that you're using that's utilizing data to put together a story on the basis of information that's generally readily out there, and it's
Mm-hmm.
putting it together. Like I could have said, give me another version, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
beauty of what makes it so valuable from the standpoint of being a creative, whether you're doing a film, whether you're doing a book, or whether you're doing a stage play, or whether you putting together information to put into a newsletter, a blog, or whatever you might be using it to create data
Mm-hmm.
for to make a point, is that what you do is you train it. You're interacting with it is training it for various tasks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me share something with you. May make this point for you.
I just was wondering, was because you asked it a question and it gave you all that information, if you took it and said, okay, this is my movie, does it seem as though you're stealing it, or
No,
like,
because
you're
it wouldn't have,
plagiarizing?
it never would have created that particular story if you hadn't asked it to.
Okay.
So it's coming,
Mm-hmm.
the thought of it doing it is coming from you, right?
Yeah, but the thought of you doing it is coming from you, but you did not specifically say, I want, this movie with Raj and all those other people in it.
Right.
That
You
was
didn't.
generated by,
It was
huh?
generated by its ability to analyze data and predict. Remember, the predictive aspect of ChatGPT is the fact that it goes out into the world, access data, then it analyzes previous patterns. And when it was putting the story together, it just arbitrarily took a pattern, but not the specifics of a story that was created as though it was regurgitating something. It created from the standpoint of existing data and just gave you a story. And you notice the story was relative to sci-fi and relative to something having to do with science fiction, which is part of what I would assume it would create and reach out, because you ask it so general. You didn't say you didn't say write a movie about a specific thing. You just said write a
Mm-hmm.
movie. And it
Mm-hmm.
went out and
Mm-hmm.
captured data and came up with a film, a movie, and this is the log line it came up with, this is the story it came up with, these are the characters. None of that wouldn't have happened if you hadn't, quote unquote, asked it to do that. So it's
So,
not, go ahead, go ahead.
so to me, just me trying to understand everything,
Mhm.
it sounds like to me that this chat is kind of like Google 2.0, but more intelligent.
You
That's
are
how I look at it.
you kind of absolutely right. Whereas
Okay.
Google,
Okay.
when you ask Google something, it just goes out and grab
Right.
a link or snatch some information from an article or something. Whereas
Right.
ChatGPT engages in the aspect of predicting, analyzing, and making a decision as to how it's going to put certain words or the
Is
output.
that so? Is that what you were referring to when you said deeper learning?
Yes.
Ah, okay, I got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. See, it's a combination of deep learning and natural language processing, because we
Mm-hmm.
type in the prompt, and I'm gonna go ahead and share with y'all some deeper level about prompts, right? Because
Okay.
prompts, in order for you to get what I call drill down to getting something specific, you have to add specificity to what it is you require it to do. And you never
Mm-hmm.
want to go with the very first thing that it gives you as output, because you haven't trained it enough. You deal with ChatGPT like you literally having a conversation with a research assistant to give you exactly or close to exactly what you want. And the only
Mm-hmm.
way you can get that is to communicate with it. Because that's the
So let me just
reality.
okay.
Go ahead, go
So
ahead.
let me just ask you this real quick. I'm just
Go
asking.
ahead. Keep
Like, say
asking.
you're a college student and you have to do a paper. So you go to Chat GPT and you say, I need a term paper on the subject of colonialism.
Mm-hmm.
So Chat GPT generates that. They submit it. That wouldn't be considered plagiarism because they didn't really do the work. They
Well,
just
one of
asked
the
the
things,
question.
and the funny you should say that, because I had a conversation with a professor today about the
Mm-hmm.
fact that professors within the educational departments don't like the kids to use ChatGPT, because
Mm-hmm.
they can't distinguish sometimes whether they literally given some thought to
Mm-hmm.
the subject matter, or did they just access the subject matter. But see, the beauty of ChatGPT from the standpoint of, if you are a student,
Mm-hmm.
and if you use it enough, it increases your ability to access information so fast that you literally can learn faster if you know how to drill down. The drill down
Mm-hmm.
part is where that part of you is involved. Like if I was just to arbitrarily ask, say, like you just said, give me some information about, but usually if you got a paper, your paper is going to require you to give it a lot more thought, real
Mm-hmm.
world, real intelligence in your analysis. But you could literally ask Chat GPT to to analyze. You can tell it that you wanted to address a specific subject, and you can tell it in addressing that specific subject that you want a um a conclusion. You want it to give you, how to say it, you want it to give you a well thought out, outside of the normal parameters of what people are thinking, and give
Mm-hmm.
you an output that encompasses having a thought about a particular subject, give you some bullet points, and give you a conclusion, give you an argument, and with a an answer to whatever that argument is. That's how they do it in legal areas. But in
Oh,
fact, let me show you, because
okay.
I can show you better than I can tell you, because it
Okay.
takes a lot of explanation to tell you. But let me just show you. one of the next levels of how you can use it. And this is the
All right.
beauty. It's the beauty of it to me. Because all of these type questions are the thing that in the AI mastery scenario, it addresses all of these questions.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, let me get, okay, let me just, oh, I need to share with y'all this prompt situation, the prompts. Because once you set it up, the next thing you want to do is learn how to do prompt engineering. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you this first. Because we need, once you understand, begin to understand a lot clearer about prompts, it makes the rest of it so easy to get what you want. And you got to know this to really get what you want. So let's do this. Share. Share, and then.
Welcome to the fascinating world of prompts. It's
Oh, snap. What'd I do? Oh, let me do this. I don't know what I just did, but okay. Stop. Let's see. Okay. There you go. Go back to Zoom. Go here and share. Then share.
it's time to learn what are they and how they can enhance your conversations with ChatGPT. In this first lesson, we'll explore how important it is to frame your questions or requests for ChatGPT in a way that leads to fruitful discussions. You're probably asking yourself, what are prompts? So I want you to think of prompts as magical spells that unlock ChatGPT's full potential. Good prompts can keep the conversation focused, relevant, and informative. It's a clear and specific question or statement that you give ChatGPT so it can respond accordingly, just like you would instruct your kid or pet. For instance, you could tell ChatGPT to tell me a joke, or what's the weather today, or create a story about a dragon. Then ChatGPT will provide a relevant response or action. But the way you ask ChatGPT to converse with you can have a significant impact on how well the conversation flows. When you provide precise and specific prompts, it helps ChatGPT stay on track and ensures that it covers the topics you're interested in, making the experience more enjoyable and beneficial for you. So, how can you craft good prompts that lead to intriguing and informative conversations? Here are a few things to keep in mind. First of all, clarity is key. Ensure that your prompts are clear and easy to understand for ChatGPT, avoiding difficult or confusing words. Be specific in your prompts to help ChatGPT know exactly what you want and provide the best response possible. For instance, instead of using complex terms like anecdote or felines, use simple language like joke or cats to make your prompt clearer and more effective. Next, focus on a particular goal or objective when giving prompts to ChatGPT. Avoid broad and open-ended prompts that can lead to scattered and aimless conversations. Instead, provide clear and direct prompts to help ChatGPT generate the most helpful and targeted response. For example, instead of giving a general prompt like "talk to me about cooking," you can give a specific and focused prompt like, "Can you recommend a vegetarian lasagna recipe with mushrooms?" This prompt has a clear goal in mind, helping ChatGPT provide a more effective and targeted response. Lastly, ensure that your prompts are relevant to the conversation. Avoid bringing up random topics that have nothing to do with the current discussion, as this can be confusing and less enjoyable. For example, if you're discussing cooking with ChatGPT, it would be relevant to ask for a chicken parmesan recipe instead of asking for the capital of France. By applying these principles, you can craft effective prompts for ChatGPT that lead to engaging and informative conversations. In the next chapters, we'll delve into these principles further and explore specific techniques for creating clear and concise prompts.
Okay. Let's go here. All right. Anybody else got a case, a use case that they'd like to explore? Did I lose you? Hold up.
Still here.
Okay. All right. Well, let me show, since I'm here, let me show you the difference in ChatGPT 3.5, right? And let me go to ChatGPT 4. This is the one that has images. And let me show you what's the difference. Okay, this is something I did with the veterans. All right, let me do this. I am working on a on a on an no on a yeah, a ad campaign to I'm working on an ad. Yeah, I thought that was I was right the first time. An campaign to promote veterans using ChatGPT. Please provide me with an image for my poster. Okay, let's see what it said.
It's creating the image.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking about what I'm just gonna see what it's saying. Okay, for the campaign promoting veterans using ChatGPT, let's create a compelling visual. The image will feature a diverse group of veterans from various branches of the military gathered around a large glowing something. A large glowing screen displaying the ChatGPT interface. The veterans are engaged and positive, demonstrating a seamless interaction with the technology. The setting is modern and inclusive.
Mm,
Okay.
wow.
Let's see what it says. Positive, demonstrating a seamless interaction. Collaboration. Okay, here it is. The setting is modern and inclusive, highlighting the adaptability and continued contribution of veterans in today's tech-driven world. The atmosphere conveys respect, innovation, and collaboration, underscoring the message that veterans bring valuable experiences and perspectives to the forefront of technological advancement. This image aims to inspire and affirm the significant roles of veterans in shaping the future. Okay, so let me Okay, so if I want to, the image of your ad campaign is ready. It reflects the concept of veterans engaging with ChatGPT, highlighting their adaptability and contribution to the tech-driven world. This visual can effectively convey your campaign's message, emphasizing the value and perspective veterans bring to technological advancements. Okay, let me see if I like it. In fact, let me just download it. Okay. What you think? Can y'all see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
It did the job.
It did the job. Okay.
Mhm.
So let me do this then. Let me go back and say, I like what you did. Now provide me with veterans of color in the or on the poster. On the poster. Okay, I know it's right, and I got to go down here. New one. Let me see what it did. Okay, hold up. For the updated poster, we'll create an image that predominantly features veterans of color, representing a diverse and inclusive perspective. These veterans hailing from various branches of the military are engaging with ChatGPT interface on a large interactive screen. The scene is set in a modern tech, blah, blah, blah. The interaction with is seamless and collaborative. Okay, I heard all that before. Okay. It says ready. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh, I ain't show the top part. Oh, okay, that's the part that's the veterans of color. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, let me see let me see. Dolly. Veterans of color from various branches of the military are predominantly featured engaging with the ChatGPT interface on a large interactive screen. All right. So is anybody seeing the possibility of what you could do in your operation if your operation is one that you want to create content that technically, you can actually literally create a book, which I did before. Let me show you the book that I created. And I haven't finished formatting it yet, but the content of the book. Oh, let me close this and move this out the way. Okay. Move it for a second. Not too many screens. Okay, let me go to the other. Oh no, it's downloaded already. Okay, here. Let me go to downloads. And then search behind the curtain. Okay, so this the book. I'm gonna share this with y'all. Haven't been formatted yet. That's why I'm in the press why I haven't published it yet. Remember I told y'all about the book that I created behind
Yes.
the curtain?
Uh-huh.
This is the book. See that? These are the chapters. Spotlight beacons, crafting characters, dramatic dialogues, and delicate dynamics, stage design, director's vision, rehearsals, costume, chrono props and sets, tech, backstage, opening night, audience, post-performance, reflection, theatrical collaborations, and beyond the curtain call, life after the applause. Welcome to this is the book introduction. Welcome to Behind the Curtain, a theatrical journey where the magic of the stage unfolds in every chapter. This book invites you to step into the captivating world of theatrical projects, exploring the intricate tapestry of creativity, passion, and dedication that brings stories to life on stage. And the crazy part is, when I read this, for me, it's like, oh, you are sounding like me a little bit. At least I like to think I sound that good. Okay, theater is more than just scripted lines and rehearsed movements. It's an immersive experience that involves the symphony of talents from actors, directors, blah, blah, blah. And this is 15 chapters. See? 15 chapters. So let's see how many pages that is. And that's just 25 pages. And then I put a call to action in there because after they get the book, I'm using this book as a fundraiser for the Actor Center, which I happen to be on the board of, right? So for this, as it's finishing at the end of the book, it says, I'm grateful for the opportunity to share with you the insights from my years of working with playwrights and bringing their various projects to the live stage. As an actor, producer, director, I understand the layers of emotional, spiritual, and intellectual effort in every step of the way. So, my class, does that sound like me?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay,
Yes.
so a theatrical performance, the dedication and commitment required by all involved to bring a production to life. I commend the participants, and I most of all thank the audience for the opportunity to both play and edutainment. And then this is where I put my call to action, which is where I give them something to think about doing business with me. We provide consultation and instruction classes in the business of entertainment in my acting entrepreneur course. Make inquiries to Adib at adibmuhammad.com for customizable lesson plans. ChatGPT did this for me in less than 3 minutes. And then I took some time, maybe 15, 20 minutes, just figuring out how I wanted to say what I wanted to say in it. Because I actually made two versions. The first version was all right, but then I said I was started typing, and I said, no, I'm just putting in a prompt and tell it what I want. And it, you know. So now let's talk about business now. Let's talk about monetization now. Let's talk about, let me show you this one more thing. In fact, I'm gonna take y'all to a whole different level right quick. So you can really see what's possible. Right? Let me go over here. Let me close this. Let me go all the way down. Now, this as a side note, I'm gonna share some stuff with you that I'm studying and what I be doing behind the scenes that cost me a whole bunch of money to do it. But hey, it is what it is. I ain't tripping about that because my ability to share it with y'all is beautiful in and of itself. Okay, so frameworks to master ChatGPT prompt engineering and make $5,000 a month. Right? So this is not video, this is all text as you study it, right? Hold on for 1 second. What's up, bro? What? Oh, 2 new orders.
Yeah, they know.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I was about to say, did I miss something? I know I'm a little late. Hey,
oh, you
everybody,
way
happy
late.
Friday.
You missed a whole lot, but you're gonna get the video because it's being recorded. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you what the framework is for mastering ChatGPT prompt engineering, and this is part of being able to make $5,000 a month. So, ChatGPT consultants are currently earning about $250 an hour. But to truly excel in the field, you need to acquire the right frameworks. This lesson is advanced, but this is when you learn how and what the frameworks are. So it's 9 frameworks that will enable you to master prompt engineering, and that way you can actually go in and consult for companies when you go in and help them really learn how to use ChatGPT. All this is that next level stuff that, it costs a lot more than $150. But this is what we would go over and stuff. So framework 1 is action, purpose, and expectation. So once you know that, clearly outline the specific task or activity that needs to be accomplished using ChatGPT. The purpose is to articulate the underlying intention or objective behind utilizing it for a task. Expectation: set forth the desired measurable outcome that you aim to achieve through ChatGPT's application in that context. So what I'm showing you, without getting all deep into it, there are frameworks that once you master prompt engineering and are able to do things for companies in a particular role. This is right here. I'm going to share this with you. This right here is one of the ways in which you utilize ChatGPT to get a desired outcome that could increase the productivity of you in your business, or if you was consulting somebody else in theirs. So the first thing you do is imagine you are a strategic advisor. That's the role. That's when you ask ChatGPT to give you something as though it was. And then suggest a set of high impact, low cost growth hacking techniques. What action do you want to take? Like when I said, for instance, just messing around, I said, well, I want you to act as though you were this consultant in my marketing strategy, give it to me on the basis of the principles of Paramount. That means I would be a marketing executive for Paramount, and it's giving me the way that Paramount's history has been effective, and that's what it gave me. So this is for e-commerce startups with a unique range of sustainable lifestyle products, meaning a company that's engaged in e-commerce by selling some type of product, right? Which is looking to scale up its customer base rapidly. So it's going to teach them it teaches you how to create the content necessary to increase the productivity, which probably means that it's going to show you, like, if you want to expected outcome. Oh, here it is right here, expectation. The expected outcome is a selection of practical and feasible growth hacking tactics tailored to the e-commerce industry, which can be implemented to acquire new customers and retain the existing ones effectively. Since I shared that with you, I'm going to give you a $1 million understanding of business generally. Every business, no matter what that business is, if you understand the 4 principles of increased productivity by explaining to a business that they really need to know their numbers. When I say know their numbers, let's say a company is generating $40,000 a month, or let's $5,000 a month, whatever the number that they consistently generating at this time when you engage with them. The question you would ask them is, do they know their numbers? And the question you would ask is, do you know what your customer acquisition cost is? The customer acquisition cost is how much money are they spending to acquire a customer? Y'all following me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So if they know what their customer acquisition cost is in relationship to the lifetime value of that customer, meaning, and the reason you have to come up with the customer acquisition cost divided by the lifetime value of the customer, that gives you an indication of whether that business is profitable at all. And how you get to that understanding is this. First of all, let's see, in a 30-day period, a customer needs to know this one number first. How many people are you engaging with? How many leads are you getting? And of those leads that you're getting, how many are actually converting into customers, meaning they became customers because they bought something? So, as a hypothetical and an example that you can relate to, let me use $1,000 product. You got a company that sells $1,000 product. Right now, you making $10,000 a month consistently. So the number I need to know is how many leads are you getting a month on average? And if it's 100 leads and you converting 10% of those leads, that's your $10,000 right there. Because it's 10% of the 100 people that actually you're engaging with or coming to your lead system where they can actually evaluate your product. And you need to know what that number is. So let's say, hypothetically speaking, it's 100 customers or 100 leads, and you convert 10% of those customers to actual customers. And you got $1,000 product. So we know if you engage in 100 people consistently, you got $1,000 product, you're making $10,000 a month. I know you converting 10% of that hundreds of people you're talking to. So the first thing I would have to do for you as a consultant is show you how to double your leads. Because if I show you how to double your leads and you converting at 10% for every 100, if we get you to 200 leads a month, then you should convert 20% of that 200 or 10% of that 200, which now means you're getting 20,000 a month. Are y'all following me? And for us to determine what your customer acquisition costs, how much did it cost you to have those leads opt in, and how much did it cost you to convert them into customers? So, like, say for instance, the cost that's dictated by what you're doing in your marketing, meaning, are you spending X amount of dollars on Facebook ads? For every customer you get, did it cost you, like, say for instance, there are some companies that are making 100,000 a month, but at the end of the month they don't have cash flow, they don't have profit. Why? Because they spent $100,000 in advertising to get $100,000, so they basically broke even. That's why it's important that you know your numbers. The 4 things that you have to concern yourself with, and I'm really showing y'all how to make money right now. I hope y'all realize that. If you know these 4 things and you can accomplish these 4 things in your business, you will become profitable over time and you will never look back. 1, know how many leads you are engaged in a month. 2, know what percentage of those leads are you converting to customers. 3, once they become a customer, have a core product offering that they became a customer with, but then have a premium value offer that you make more money with that same customer, meaning that's what we refer to as a customer ascension situation or program, meaning your core product is $1,000. So we're going to add a premium value offer for $10,000. So out of those hundreds of people, out of those people who spend $1,000 with you, some of them may be able to afford your $10,000 product and will want it because of the way that you market it and the increased value that it's going to give them. So the 4 moves is know how many leads you're getting, know what your percentage of converting those leads to customers is, have a customer ascension program in place, and last but not least, have some type of membership continuity situation that they paying you money every month for. Just like you pay, if all of y'all Amazon Prime members, Amazon gonna take that $15 out of your account whether you look at Air One movie or whether you buy Air One book. So you paying $15 a month to be a member, to be able to buy from them, and you're not the only one doing it. You got millions of people spending $15 a month. That's why Jeff Bezos is so rich, because he got 1 million people probably spending $15 a month. That's $15 million a month for Jeff Bezos. Y'all got me?
Mm-hmm.
So now my
Mhm.
question is, are there any questions about anything? And do you now have an understanding of how you could, and this is just the surface of how you could monetize ChatGPT? I ain't hear no response.
Yes, I can't
Oh,
wait.
that wasn't
Okay,
that
yes,
wasn't a,
excited.
that was an enthusiastic response. So, Dr. Kalolo, you know I'm interested in your observation. Did you just learn how to monetize this situation? You must
A
be on.
sense of what it takes.
Well, that's what you need to do.
Yeah, have a sense of what it takes to
And then we
become
could, as you go down the line, I'm gonna tell you what the secret is. The secret is engaging with the Chat GPT. Try different things that you want to do.
yeah.
Understand that. Think of it as simply as this: you can create digital assets that cost money to provide value to people and put it on Amazon. Or if you really want to get smart and savvy with it, create your website, have on your website an opt-in page where people come to that website, they see this information, and then sell them a report, a newsletter, or something simple. Sell them that. They pay for that newsletter like $10 every month, right? And then you get 100 people to give you $10 a month. Of course, I ain't gonna sell nothing that cheap, but maybe $20, right? And then the thing is, do the math, figure out the product, make the product available on your website as the step into your world. Like you're very, very gifted in terms of the information that you have from your life experience that's valuable to somebody else. But they first of all got to know you are findable. So you got to put yourself out there with a product in the marketplace that begins with a lead magnet where they come to that page because they're interested in it, which means now you findable. If you don't have no web presence, then you ain't gonna be findable. If you don't have no social media that leads to your website, you ain't gonna make no money arbitrarily, right? And you won't make it as fast because you got to create a brand from a business standpoint. What you're doing is creating a brand that people can connect with and know. A brand is the story about what it is that you do that provides value to other people. That's what a brand is. It don't matter what you're selling, whether you're selling a product, whether you're selling information that allows a person to make a desired transformation that they want to make, right? A product that you created from your experience that's digital that they can pay you 15, 10, whatever amount of money for. Put that on automatic, right? And all of these things, I'm not getting deep into how you do it, but if you do that, you'll be all right? So if you got a membership organization, for instance, say you got a membership, like look, I'm gonna give you an example. Dr. Colodo is an authority in this particular discipline. So Dr. Cololo writes about this particular discipline and how engaging her can benefit you in terms of a transformation you want to make based on now you get this new information that's a part of her experience and you want trying to get somewhere close to where she is. So you're gonna pay her to coach you. So when you go to her website, the first thing you see is her addressing some particular subject that you're interested in. And then for you to move further into that ecosystem and learn more, she's offering you a a report or a book or something that talks about this thing you're interested in, and she's charging you $10 for it. In order for you to get it, you got to put in your name, your email address, your telephone number, and your payment. So now they done paid you the $10. You done captured their information, which is now a part of a database that you're gonna follow up with later on with maybe some other product. But they done spent the initial $10 to get that information that you provided them. Now from that information, they may decide to work with you and allow you to be their coach. Now for them to work with you as a coach, if you're gonna coach them, that might be $1,000. So now they pay you the $1,000 They are part of your database. They opted in. So it ain't like you spammed them. They gave you their email address, right? So now they done got the book because they gave you the email address, gave you the payment, gave them access to the information. Now you take them to another page and you give them another offer immediately. That's called an upsell. Some people will take it, some people won't, right? But then they decide to be coached by you. So now you done made $10 in the beginning just to get them in the world. They became a customer. No matter how much they spend, people who pay attention. Always remember that. So sometimes it's cool you want to do some stuff free, but know this: when people pay for stuff, they pay attention. Which, if they paying attention, is much more a higher probability of them being successful with what you teaching them or coaching them on, because they are paying attention because they paid for it. I can't reiterate that because I done did a whole bunch of stuff for people, and sometimes start out with the free people. My boy called them freeples. Free peoples, they don't they say they want some stuff, but they don't follow up on nothing. But when they pay for it, you damn skippy, they want their
Right.
money's worth.
That's true.
Right? So, and the crazy part is the more they pay, the more they pay, the more attention they pay. I'm serious, because I ain't gonna get into that. But people pay when they pay a nice piece of change, they really pay attention. They pay attention so much, sometimes they get a little ahead of where you think they should be, because they don't even wait to get a clear understanding of one level before they ready to jump to the next. It's funny. But anyway, let me stop talking now. Anybody got any comments, any questions, any observations?
Not
So I
at
thought
all.
it was. Oh,
Some of the
yeah.
class. I'm so sorry. I'm so mad. My phone was dead, y'all. Please forgive me. Somebody say something about what I missed. Say something.
Somebody
Hey,
say something.
I'm gonna say this. It's being recorded.
Well, what I know you missed, I'll tell you what you missed. Get you an online account.
Oh, I think she already got ChatGPT.
Oh,
She
you got
already got ChatGPT. She does.
She didn't have to
okay.
go through the setup. I think she already got it.
You got that. Now let me ask you a question, Adib.
Go ahead.
You know, when I created that stuff on marketing for this home base, for this home health services,
Mm-hmm.
how do I download that and so I can keep?
Okay, let's go. Let me show you.
Okay. I didn't. I was
Let
looking
me go
for
back
that.
to ChatGPT. You're on
Yeah.
3.5, right?
Yes, I'm on 3.5,
Okay,
but
let me go back to 3.5.
I think in a little bit I'm gonna go on and do 4.0.
Okay, let me show you. Whatever you create using ChatGPT, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me go. I ain't got nothing in there. Okay, let me go. Let me put something in here, then I can show you how to download it. Okay, give me a recipe for banana pudding. Okay, gave me a quick recipe, right? When it gives you something at the bottom right here, oh shoot, I ain't sharing them.
You ain't sharing.
Okay, wait a minute.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, can you see that?
Okay.
Yes.
All right, see now at the conclusion of whatever it gives you, just to conclude, it said this classy dessert is sure to be a crowd pleaser at any gathering, right?
Right.
You see this little right there where it say copy?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Wait a minute,
okay.
where? Which point? Give
Right
me
under there, you got a little look like
a pen. I see
Clipboard.
an edit
a
pen.
board. What you call it?
A clipboard.
A clipboard, right? So you got a clipboard. You got this regeneration, like if I wanted to do it
Okay.
over, and you
Okay.
got this whether it was a good response or a bad response, right? So you click on the
Copy.
clipboard
Okay.
right there, and
Uh-huh.
then you go over to your Word, right? And you copy it.
Okay.
Or I
Okay.
mean, you paste it. There it
Yeah,
is.
copy paste. Okay, great.
See?
That's what I needed to know.
Yeah. So now you can have some fun with it. Because there's three, in my opinion, there's three types of people that get the most out of ChatGPT. One is the individual that can see the viability of doing his market research, creating their marketing campaign, and then executing on creating the images associated with said campaign, whether those images are going on social media, on their website, or just to illustrate what it is they do in the way of service, product, or information. How they serve people, basically. The key is if you know who you serve and how you serve them. If you know though, if you got the answer to those two questions, that's the beginning of you being able to design the type of strategy that you're going to implement that will create the productivity that you seek that will translate into dollars. Did that make sense? Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, so again, are there any questions? What? No questions? Kathy, you don't have no questions?
No. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta, let's see here. No, I don't have any. I thought that it was really good as far as like all the information that was provided
So let me
and
ask
the
you this
questions.
question. Since you
hmm
say you thought it was good, do you
hmm
think this class is worth the $150 that people spend?
I think it is, but I think you could have more. I think you could have it a little bit more meatier for $150.
Meteor.
How much meteor can you get? Because
Well,
when we
I
talk, let me tell you what this is. This is a introductory to first of all understanding AI. I don't see how
mhm.
much more meteor I could get without having people quite frankly, there's people that I ain't gonna put it that way. Let me put it differently. Because I'm starting out with understanding AI and giving a
Mhm.
thorough understanding of AI, I don't really know how much meteor I could get without making it a serious lecture as opposed to an interactive question and answer situation, right? Then
Right. But you asked me and I'm just
oh
telling you
yeah, I
what I
got you.
think.
Right, and I
Okay.
appreciate that. I
So
appreciate that.
All right.
I have, I think maybe if you could maybe have bullet points in like
Yeah.
a email, maybe something that people could follow
Oh, I got you. I
along with.
got you.
So like I am a habitual class buyer. If that means anything, I buy classes
Right, I know.
all the time. Like I just bought this class for I don't know if you guys have seen him, but the guy on YouTube, he's talking about what's he talking about? He's talking about
What's his name?
overages. He does overages. You know, for tax liens.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah.
so I just purchased that like a couple months ago, and you know, just this is an introductory, even an introductory. So the other another one is the guy who does Wall Street Trapper. He teaches you
That's
how
my
to
man. Yep, I know who that is.
yeah, I got that too. So just some literature.
Right, right,
I'm
right.
thinking, you know, something just as you can do like a, you know, something to follow
Like
through.
PDFs and instructions and all of that.
Right, right,
And
right,
that's the
right, right.
crazy part because that's what I'm creating now to follow up with this class. That's when I say I was gonna send out a PDF.
Yeah.
I send you the video so that you can follow what you missed. And then I also create the text in a PDF to give you not so much bullet points, but reiterate the important aspects of this that allow you to specifically achieve a result, an activity that you can actually do.
Right.
Right.
I
So
think that would be perfect.
right. So now what I'm hearing now is maybe I should create that first, Eve, so you have it either prior to the class, right? Or during the class, you be able to pull it up and download it.
You definitely want to be able to pull it up and download, like while
Okay,
you're
cool.
listening.
Cool. There you go. That's what I'll do then. Thank you. That's what I was getting at. But just generally speaking, do you think the information is valuable?
Perfect.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah, I think the same thing similarly. I think like tonight, this one tonight did have more, where you shared more information on the screen.
Mhm.
Last night, when you talked, it was good. I focused upon, just really deep listening.
Mhm.
But if I'm a chart person, I like to see stuff and picture and stuff like that. So if you could, whatever you're saying, if you can kind of re-emphasize it with photos or, with notes or something like that, in addition to while you talk,
Right.
sort of
Right.
like a guide, I think that would really be helpful, especially last night's introduction, because that required a lot of conceptual thought.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Man, I
Mhm.
love y'all. Thank y'all for helping me improve my class.
Yeah, I mean, because it was a good class, but just like everybody's saying, there's things that you could do to make it meatier or just give us more information or, like you say, better concepts as far as different type of charts or
Mhm.
photos and that type thing. And so, like I think last night too was more like it was an overview, and like it almost seemed like maybe it was not to me, but maybe like I guess you could think of it as like, okay, this is something that you know. So it's almost kind of like a refresher of things like Google or something like that.
Mhm.
And some people are not all that clear with it. So again,
Yeah,
I think how you did tonight is how you
yeah.
could work on doing that first part.
Okay.
Right. Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy.
Thank
Oh,
you.
you're welcome.
And let me send y'all well, after I get off, I'm gonna send y'all everything that I talked about in the introduction of introduction of AI. I've already that's already written, and that'll be coming when I send y'all the videos. I'm gonna send along that with it, and then I'm gonna send you a document that actually walks you through different aspects of even setting up the chat GPT and just address some additional levels of understanding, kind of like a
Really,
bonus for
really.
it. Excuse me, my bad. All right,
Oh
because I
my.
really want y'all to feel as though some of this stuff y'all can literally share with other people, like in your network. Either you can do one or two things. You can refer them to the class. That's
Hmm.
one part. But then there's
Mhm.
certain people in your life that you want to, and that's the key to helping you understand it better too. Is the
Right.
more you articulate it, talk about it with other people, the more it ingrains itself into your subconscious. And then you'll find yourself spitting out and espousing stuff that you learned that you didn't really realize how well you learned it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, y'all. Well, that
Wait,
really
I got a question.
go ahead.
Well, I had a situation last night. I wasn't able to stay on for the whole class. Was that class recorded?
Yes. Oh, the last part of it was, but the whole class wasn't. But
My key broke in my daggone
but
lock.
the thing that that class was about, which is one of the reasons why I had to come up with the document understanding and an introduction to AI, because it covers everything we talked about. I just got into it and forgot to turn it on when I first started, like I did tonight. Oh, let me turn. I can stop recording now. Come think of it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm, very